It's time for another mock draft. I'm picking at number 6. It's time for me to get acquainted with Luka Doncic. Michael Bolton?
Thanks, Josh. It's Michael Bolton here, and it's time for another episode of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, indeed.
You are Locked On Fantasy Basketball, your daily fantasy basketball podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast, brought to you by Basketball Monster. My name is Josh Lloyd and I am the lead fantasy analyst at basketballmonster.com, and you can find me on Twitter as always at redrock_bball, on TikTok at redrock_bball, and on Instagram at Locked On Fantasy Basketball. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Thank you also for making Locked On Fantasy Basketball your first listen every day. We are free and we are available on all platforms. Mock draft, pick 6. I talked about yesterday why I didn't take Luka at 5, and I'm having some regrets, just not about not taking Luka there, but about doing the mock draft this way, because I believe that Luka should probably go at 6 in a head-to-head category league draft, but I'm also very acutely aware that in most drafts, he probably won't be here. So I wanted to show you what I would sort of do in the first round and take Luka at pick 6. But I do understand that he won't be available in this spot for a lot of you guys. We're still going to proceed. After that Luka pick, things will start to be a little bit more normal through the middle of the round. But I just wanted to just bring that up now, understand that that is going to be the case for a lot of people. And just wanted to show you that because of that playoff schedule, I bumped him down to number 6. Yes, I know what your question is. Will I do a points league mock draft? Yes, I will. It will come this week at some point. I don't know when, but it will come at some point this week. Maybe 2 of them. You never know. That is going to happen this week. So don't worry. It is going to happen. Today's episode is brought to you by the Game Time app. You shouldn't have to worry about buying tickets to the next big event that you want to go to. It shouldn't be a hassle-filled experience. Well, it's not with Game Time. They've got so many features that make it awesome. It's fast and it's easy, buying all the tickets you want for sports and music and comedy and theater events near you. They've got killer last-minute deals, all in prices, which is honestly one of the best features here, because instead of buying a ticket and you say, well, it's $50, price made up. And then you go to checkout and it goes, well, it's actually $63.39 because we've got sales tax, processing fee, transaction fee, because we want to fee, and whatever else. All in prices says, here's your price. That's what you pay, nothing more. The easiest thing you can do. And zone deals. 2 things that Game Time does great. You tell them where you want to sit. This section somewhere. And then Game Time goes, all right, cool. We'll give you a seat and you don't have to pick it. We'll just pick it for you. And that, on average, saves you 18%. And who doesn't love saving money while getting tickets to go and see something? So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create that account and use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I don't want you to use this product. I don't want you to use Jase Medical and the Jase case. I don't. Because ideally, you don't have to. But what if you do? Jase case provides 5 life-saving antibiotics for you, and you have it at home for emergency use. You fill out a simple online form. You can talk to their board-certified physicians. They go through licensed pharmacies in terms of distribution and delivery. You've got on-call doctors that you can speak to regarding these things. But you don't want to be caught short where you can't get to a hospital, you can't get to a doctor because of some emergency situation. Landslide, flood, bushfire, earthquake, tornado, hurricane, tsunami, whatever it is, pandemic. You don't want to be caught short. You want to be prepared to help your family in these situations. I want you to buy this and I want you to never use it. But having it there gives you peace of mind to protect yourself as I choke, and your family. Get $20 off the life-saving antibiotics from Jase Medical in the Jase case by using the code LOCKEDON at checkout at jasemedical.com. That's JASE medical.com. And that's going to bring us into do this mock draft. All right, we're getting in there. Let's go into the draft. I think we got like 30 seconds before we start, so we're in there. I'm picking at number 6, as I said, with a Luka Doncic beginning to this draft. And I am looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Hopefully everyone was in the draft room, and for some reason they've all gone white again on the name up the top. But they should be there. They should be ready to go. And I am excited to see what we're going to get here. That will mean that we're going to go Jokic, Embiid, Halliburton, Shea, and I guess I apologize to you, Ionic Flair, but you're going to have to take Tatum in that spot just because I want to do Luka at 6. Hey, I think it's not a bad idea. There is a little bit of risk, I guess, with Tatum in that he's never been that good per game, and there is Porzingis and Drew Holiday there, but I think it's still okay. All right, we're off. Jokic goes at 1. A couple of people in here are requesting spots where they wanted to draft from. Ty Jones wanted to draft at number 1 to take Jokic, and Jordan wanted to pick at 12. I guess we'll see what he wants to do, but these guys have got their own drafts coming up. They got into this mock, and they want to sort of play out some strategy. Fair enough. If you've got those requests when you get into a mock, you drop them in, and I try and accommodate it as much as possible. Halliburton goes 3 ahead of Shea. You think you'll see that sometimes? We'll see Shea go ahead of him. Hard for me to nitpick it, honestly. But it's very possible that Shea or Halliburton don't finish at 3 or 4 per game. Maybe it is Durant. Maybe it is Davis. These guys, maybe it is Curry. In fact, I think Curry's got a real shot at being top 3 per game. Doesn't mean he has to necessarily go there. Tatum goes at 5. I appreciate you, Ionic Flair. I won't make any criticisms of anything that you do for not making me force and change that back. And I tried to just do it. I just name my team Luka Doncic team. There you go. That's how you're going to know. What I'm going to do at 7 in the next show is it's probably going to be Steph. But yeah. Ooh, Durant at 7. Wow. Okay. Obviously, I'm doing a pick 7 mock draft tomorrow. Durant at 7. I have not seen that happen so far. We saw some more preseason action today. Some games still going on. So people are going to... We'll see how much that sways people's opinion. We'll see how much the Kobe White... That's the one I really want to see because he had 14, 6, and 6 today. We'll see how much that hypes people. Also, Asar Thompson, who I've been taking round 9, round 10 sometimes. We'll see if he goes earlier than that. Curry goes at 8. Giannis goes at 9. LaMelo goes at 10. Okay. Davis at 11. So what's going to happen here? Kyrie or Lillard? It's going to be Lillard go here to you, Jordan. That's a bit of a surprise. I know you asked for this pick. I bet you didn't expect Lillard to be there. Or are you going to be an Ant Edwards guy? No. Lillard at 12. All right. What are you going to do next? Next pick. Come on. I don't know what I'm going to target my next pick. I hope I can get like a Don Mitchell. Ooh, Sabonis. Now, I don't mind Sabonis going early. It's maybe a little early, but when you're punting blocks, he is a great big man to add. I've said that ad nauseum. He's great. Going ahead of Davis? Oh, no, he didn't go ahead of Davis. What am I talking about? I just actually hate that from you, Drifter Spence, getting Jaren there. I know you're trying to lock blocks down early. You can get blocks later on. That feels too early for me. Trey goes at 15. Cool. Totally fine there. Let's see what the Giannis guy does. Because the Giannis guy usually wants to get... Booker. That's an interesting pairing. We'll get 2 picks away from me, and I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do. Kyrie is still on the board, and I will take... Well, will I? No, I won't. No, I absolutely won't take Kyrie. Because I don't want my first 2 picks to have 2 games in the playoffs. So Kyrie goes there at 17. Durant was the Durant team. He adds Ant Edwards, so that leaves me Don Mitchell, which is what I think I am going to do here. Yeah, I haven't taken Mitchell in any draft, so let's slot him in there. And I probably, with Luka, I'm usually looking at, your immediate thought is let's punt free throws. You don't have to at all. And adding Mitchell to my team projects my team's free throws to be 78.5. So it's one of those ones where I'm not going to be terrible, or I don't have to be terrible, but I also don't have to care about it too much. I think I'm going to go big next. Who that is, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Mobley in round 3 and get 2 Cavs guys. So after Irving went Anthony Edwards, Don Mitchell, Jim Harden. He has usually been falling. Jim Butler as well. This is an interesting draft. Those guys often fall. We'll see what happens. We'll say Bridges and Towns have been guys who have been going in this area, and they're still available. That is a little bit of a change. Van Vliet goes as well. Okay. Bridges 23. Kawhi and Paul George still available. They couldn't possibly come back to me, could they, at 30? Well, maybe they could. I'm sick of drafting Paul George and Kawhi. But when the value's there, the value's there. Let's see what Ty Jones does, which I know is not his actual name. It's Danny. Danny, what are you going to do at that spot? Kawhi does go. Does he double up on Clippers? It wouldn't be the ideal move, I wouldn't think. But adding Kawhi to Jokic, where we know there's a little bit more security in Jokic's games played, is fine. Cade played today for the Pistons. He had 32 usage. He shot poorly, but he brought up some good assist numbers. It was okay. The Pistons still a bit of a mess. Asar was great, but horrible percentages. Killian had 7 assists and 5 steals. I hope Killian plays. My problem is that they brought in Monte Morris, and there's Alec Burks, and there's Jaden Ivey, and there's Cade Cunningham, and there's Asar Thompson. So I'm not sure how he's going to play enough. Markkinen at 26. I'm coming a little bit more positive on Lowry, not 100% there. Towns, I like that from you. And Des Bane falling into round 3 here. So we've got Paul George, Des Bane, Porzingis? Okay, Bam Adebayo goes at 28. Do I take Kristaps? Reuniting him and Luka? Oh, mate. Oh, I think I do. I said I wanted to get some blocks. I'm going to take KP here. All right. I do need to make sure, even though I've started with Luka, I need to get assists now, because otherwise I am in trouble. I will not be able... I want to target Fox. I don't think I'm going to get him, but I do want to target Fox with our next pick. Jalen Brunson goes at 31, Miles Turner 32. I hope that the Turner-Porzingis drafting here means we get the run on bigs, and that enables him to slide to me. Siakam at 33. I'm not usually that big on Siakam there, but I don't mind it. But also, whoever's getting Paul George here is stealing. I could have taken Paul. I should have probably taken Paul George there, but I wanted a big. But this is ridiculous to see Paul George down here at that spot. Kobe Bryant, congratulations. That is unbelievable from you. Desi Bane as well. Now, again, I think that Bane is a weird sort of an option in general. He's hard for me to sort of understand how I value him. But I don't see how you go wrong at all for either of those picks in that area. Jordan, what are you going to do? You went pretty early on Sabonis. Jamal Murray's there. Maxey, I believe, is going off in that game for the Sixers, but Harden and Embiid both aren't playing. Jamal Murray goes at 36, and that is the end of the third round. I'm already in an assist deficit, even though I'm sitting at 4.7. It's because the other teams are just loaded up. And there are 2 teams here that are looking super strong in terms of punt assists, and that's 8 Mura, whoever that is, pick 2, and Drifter Spencer's really low on assists as well. So Levine goes there, or Jordan Poole goes, Levine goes. I know people are very skeptical about Poole. I don't think you need to be that skeptical about him. For as much as you might hate him and think he sucked last season, he was still 80th or around 80th in per game numbers with a 30 minutes a game that he played for the Warriors. Evan Mobley goes at 39. Kobe 08, Bryant 24. I wonder who your favorite player is. You are really racking up some pretty strong picks there. Fox goes next, which is frustrating because I wanted him. Who is the point guard that I am going to get because they are not super available? Maybe Claxton. Maybe it's DeJounte. As much as I'm notably down on DeJounte, I'm not down on him at pick 43. And it makes sense for me. So LeBron goes. That's pretty late for LeBron. Let's take DeJounte. Let's take DeJounte. I need to really start to... So he's not a great free throw guy, obviously. What am I... My team is... My assists are okay, but I do need... They're down compared to the rest of the draft. If I keep them strong while others drop off, that will help me. That is tough. So what am I looking at next pick? My free throws are at 80. Average. My field goals at 48, average. Blocks are at 0.7, okay. Steals good, assists solid, rebounds good, points very good, threes very good. So it goes Jaylen Brown after DeJounte, DeAndre Ayton, then Wembanyama. So Wemby went in round 2 maybe of a draft I did the other day, and now he's at round 4. So a big range there. And don't think I've ever really seen Wembanyama go behind DeAndre Ayton. Okay. That's good. We haven't seen too much moving here based on the results of preseason, which is smart from these guys. The ones to watch are going to be Asar from today and Kobe White. Asar played 39 minutes in the preseason game. Anunoby goes at 47, Drew Holiday 48. I feel that's too high for Drew by probably 20 spots. Probably. Chet goes at 49. Okay. That's okay. Not super in on it. Beal is calling my name. So, okay. Zion. But it's no, the assists aren't super for him. What about Maxi for me? Zion in round 5. Is that eliminating risk? Don't know. He's ranked 54 on Fantrax. ADP of 52. Kessler goes at 50. Is Zion or is Giddy? Yeah, maybe Joshy. And it is a little early for Josh, according to how I have him voted. I like that pick of you there, Ollie, getting Beal. But assists are scarce. Points are scarce too, so is Zion worth it? This is... Well, I don't get the choice of Zion, so that's taken out of my hands. I am still shocked. Oh, you bastard. The two guys I was discussing there, Williamson and Giddy, go. So, do I just get Maxi? I think I have to, don't I? I think I have to. All right. That's like, yeah, I have to take Maxi there, surely. Well, I did. Surprisingly, Vooch has not gone. It's totally fine to take Vooch here, even in round 4. You might think that I just hate him. I don't. It's about positioning. And yeah, there you go. Totally reasonable for Vooch to go there. Although his usage today was a little low, wasn't it? Unless I didn't check the final score and his usage bumped up at the end. But remember when I looked early, he just hadn't touched it. All right, Luka B7. DeMar DeRozan. We broke up the Şengün, Giddey, Jalen Williams trio. Scotty Barnes goes at 57. That's pretty good value for DeRozan there, actually. Barnes and DeRozan one spot ahead, a one spot difference. I don't really buy that. Is it too early for Barnes or is it too low for DeRozan? Or is it both? Jarrett Allen at 58. I would have let him slide. Bone bruise, and I also worry about a trade and fewer minutes. I would have let that slide into another round. Paolo at 59. All right, okay. All right, that is interesting. I just think it's too early. Could he be there? Sure. Do I want to bank on that? Absolutely not. We're going to get Şengün and Ingram and Williams. Well, Şengün didn't. Into round 6. So Şengün goes with pick 60. Some very interesting slides there. I do need to get some blocks, though. Interestingly, my team is looking more punt field goal than punt free throw. Ingram goes at 61. My sister, okay. I do need a big. Who's the big? Is it Gaff? Too early for Gaff. So Brook Lopez goes at 62. I didn't think he'd make it back to me. I would have considered him slightly. I need some bigs. Pirtle. Oh, he just went. 63. Damn it. Kobe, good stuff. Jeremy Grant at 64. That feels early to me. So now we're in a bit of a center. Oh, no. What about the big fella, Rudy Gobert? Can he make it back to me? What do you guys think about the way Naz Reid performed? The Wizard of Noz over in those couple of UAE. They're in Abu Dhabi. I think they were. Anthony Simons goes 65. He is creeping. He might creep into the 50s by the time the season starts, which tends to start taking value away. I am actually beyond shocked that the Bronco is still available, and I just might... Oh, do I take value over need? Because, yeah. Oh, well, I don't get that choice. So, is it Gobert that I pick, or does Julius Randle make sense? No. We're going to get Gobert there. A little shocking to see that. I would have liked both of those guys. Franz Wagner goes at 68. What's Boney saying? A lot of picks aren't showing for me, so I can't see who's been taken. Not sure what's going on in your draft room. Just exit out and come back in. Randall at 69. That is actually really, really strong from you. And to pair Julius Randle with Zion, that Kea Morhen, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, I like it a lot. Kuzma at 70 is also really strong. Some very interesting picks here. The Middleton and Morant ones are at the top of this Fantrax rank. I don't think we need to be taking them now. Heroes should start. Look, 3 of those top 4 in that list are guys that I don't want here. Vassell goes at 71. Still need some assists. I'm still not feeling super confident in that, but now my free throws have dropped off, which is good. Not good. Well, it's fine. I'm okay with that. And the value that Gobert brought me in rebounds, blocks, and field goals offsets what he did to my free throws. And sometimes you got to look at it that way. Even if you haven't decided you're punting a certain way, if a guy appears and it feels like, whoa, why is this guy so late? Oh yeah, he's going to kill one category. Yeah, but he might put 3 of your others into unbeatable. And that's actually what you want to do in a head-to-head league. Dang, that's so early. Far out. Cam Johnson goes at 72, Gafford at 73. You won't, in a lot of drafts, need to take Gafford there, nor should you. And I don't really ever see Gafford going ahead of Mark Williams at all. But yeah, that's so early. And it's going to cause a run on centers here, I think. You're going to start to see some of these blokes fly off the board. Tyler Hero at 74. I didn't have any confidence in John Collins, but I'm losing a little bit of confidence in John Collins. Just trying to figure out how they get everyone onto the court. Oh, and enough shots. Tyler Hero. I'm going to put Tyus Jones in my queue. Miles Bridges always works in a queue because of the forward eligibility. Chrissy Middleton goes at 75. Yeah, it's not bad. 75 is okay. Fultz at 76. Pretty good. We're 1 pick away from me, so I've got to figure out what I want to do and what do I need. Points and assists are still the rarest categories at the moment, and my assists don't feel perfect by any stretch. But I don't... Do I? No, I don't, but I maybe get him in the next round. And I'm talking, of course, of Benjamin Simmons. I might take... John Collins went there. I might take Marcus Smart. Yeah, let's take Smart. In that area, some steals, some assists. Probably gives me enough of that little assist bump there. I do need blocks, so I want to get one of Duran or Mark Williams coming back around, or even a Zach Collins. Well, there goes Mark Williams. So after Smart at 78 goes Rozier 79, Mark Williams 80, Draymond 81. Very early for Draymond, I think. I'm not saying it's the wrong pick. I just haven't seen him go there. Scoot's going to go soon. I feel pretty confident in saying that. I think a Kongwu might be my next guy. I need small forward and power forward, so maybe it's Miles Bridges. So Magaponda Jr. goes at 83. Tyus Jones at 82. Porter's apparently in a walking boot. And he wasn't really close to this number last season. Maybe a little high. Jordan at the end of round 7, start of round 8. Who is currently projected top is the question. Well, I'm not sure who's going to top. We'll see who is there. Is he asking so I can say it's you, Ty Jones? Austin Reeves goes at 84. Clay at 85. Okay. Wendell 86. A Kongwu, I don't really see a Kongwu fall this far usually. The other one, if I don't get him, maybe it's Simmons, maybe it's Capella. Do I want to take Ben Simmons though? Jabari Smith at 86. Totally reasonable. It's just too early though. You've eliminated so much upside with those picks. Well, Kongwu's gone, so I can't take him. Do I just take Miles Bridges, or do I get the dental plan legend? Clint Capella. Capella probably fits what I need more. But Miles Bridges is solid. I can't take Capella. So who the hell am I going to get for blocks? I don't want to take Duran now. Oh, and I can't take Bridges either. Jesus. Maybe I take... Ooh, yuck. What pick are we at? 17 seconds. Pick 91. Sar Thompson? No, let's take Scooter. Let's take Scoot. Boost some assists up there. Percentages, whatever. Upside to be better than that. Also to be worse. I don't like getting Scoot in the 6th or 7th. After the 90s, I'm okay with it. There is upside in it, but my guys that I wanted just got wiped out. Is there a way to see projected stands by each category? Yes. On BBM. CJ McCollum falling. Usually doesn't happen, which is fine. Trey Jones there at 93. Derek White. We're getting into McCollum and Jones territory. I don't take Simmons now because he doesn't really make a lot of sense. I do need that big. Mitch Robinson? Is he taking it from here? Did Duran go? I know we heard his ankle today, but I'm not sure how serious it is. What does this little thing say? Yeah. Yahoo has it. Yeah, it does. But you don't trust those projections. Do you trust mine? Well, that's up to you. I do. But I don't trust Yahoo's. Again, when I see something that says Steph Curry is going to average 31 points a game if he plays 82 games, then I'm going to throw everything else out. Oh, Duran went. So Jalen Green at 94, Duran 95. My center guys are disappearing. But Mitchell Robinson, does he? Yeah, okay. My team's at 48% field goals. Mitch, I don't think will bring it up enough, but what he will do is bring my rebounds and blocks up enough to matter. Derek White goes at the end of round 8 at pick 96. That is absolutely totally reasonable, and it's the right spot for him, I think. I still need a small forward and a forward, though, so that's actually not good to get Mitch Robinson there. Or does he... Zach... Oh, what? Okay, so... Is Rob Williams... No, he doesn't have forward eligibility. Nurkic doesn't. How do I... I'm actually okay with this. We're taking Mitch, I think. Tobias Harris goes at 98. Who can fit my forward and small forward spots? Simmons. Do I take Ben Simmons? I don't want to. Maybe, do I take Asar Thompson? I'm sure he's listed as a forward. Chris Paul, that's so good for Chris Paul at 100. Nurkic 99. Simmons at 101. I'm going to snag Asar here. It is too early though, isn't it? Nah, we're doing it. Let's go. Let's go upside. That is amazing value on Paul and Simmons. Amazing value. All right, so I feel steals are a volatile category, but I'm so not over-indexed, but I'm very strong in them. So I feel good about that category being secure. Same with assists, points, threes, I feel pretty good about. Rebounds and blocks are solid, not great, but I do need to grab somebody. Can it be Mitch next pick? Maybe. Andy Wiggins goes at 103, Healed at 104. Who else can block? Ooh, Steven Adams. He's not a shot blocker, so to speak. But when a lot of guys start drafting players who block 0.3 shots, and my guy gets 1, that helps me. Bruce Brown goes at 106, Mathurin 105. So let's say it in the correct order. Healed 104, Mathurin 105, Brown 106. I think that order probably should have been reversed. Keegan 107. Then we're going to finish round 9. CJ McCollum at 108. Yeah, look, that is great. That is great value. There's no debating that CJ is great value at that spot. I absolutely love it. And we're seeing so many guys slide down here. And that's what you try and do in a lot of these cases. Just take the sliders. Take the guys who are falling, like Kaya did with Chris Paul, like Jordan did with CJ there. Someone says, is this where I think CJ should be? Yes. But also if you took him 15, 20 spots ahead, I think it would be okay. Like if he's in the 85 range, I think that's reasonable. Rob Williams goes at 110. Dinwiddie at 111. Looks like Dinwiddie and Simmons are going to start. Will Mitch Robinson get back to me? Will Mitch Robinson get back to me? Brogdon at 112. No, I do not understand that at all. That to me, CP3, we all have different opinions. I think that's a waste. Yeah, that's okay. The differences between players is so small towards the end of a draft that if you believe in a guy, believe in him. Well, I'm going to get one of Mitch Robinson and Steve Adams here, so I'm okay with that. Hey, when do I take Sadiq Bey? It's got to be soon, yeah? Yeah, someone bought in Kobe White. Let's go. All right. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Interesting. Paul Reed at 116. Oh, we're going sleepers in round 10, are we? We're going flyers in round 10. I haven't actually looked at what's the box score looking like for the Sixers and Paul Reed today. So after Paul Reed goes Valanciunas. Obviously way more upside in Reed, but it's way more security in Valanciunas. That's it. Hey, but you've got to have guys that hit. That's how you win. Let's look at the box score for the Sixers as this is happening. Paul Reed started at center, 5-5, 1 steal, 1 block, 14% shooting. So obviously not great shooting, but could be significantly better. He's in the rotation. He's ahead of Mo Bamba, which is what we wanted to see. The horse, Keldon Johnson, goes at 118. I am not in on that. Sadiq Bey. Someone did it for me. Thank you, 8 Mura. I didn't want to have to take Sadiq Bey again. And I've been getting him at like 130s, 140 in some spots. Herb Jones at 120. I also don't like that. Now, I know, Danny, you said you are going punt points. So Herb makes some sense there. It's not sure there's any upside in it. But you are a very strong punt points. Your team's only projected to average under 17 points per game, which is pretty poor. But you've got pretty good field goals, pretty good blocks. You would hope your turnovers and assists are both sort of sitting in the middle, which is not usually the way it goes when you're punting points. So you've slipped a little bit down the standings. 8 Mura is up the top. Trey Murphy goes at 11. He goes at 121, actually. PJ Washington goes at 122. What do I need to get here? I need Jordan Clarkson. I need a forward, though. Who can score for me that's available? Who's a scorer? Powell? I don't like that. Sohan, he's not a scorer. Sexton, but it's not a forward, and I need a forward. Aaron Gordon, 124. Melton, 123. Aaron Gordon, 124. I need to work out what I'm doing. Who's a scorer for me as a forward? Pat Williams got a lot of usage today for some reason. Is Shaden Sharp forward eligible? Derek Lively goes at 125. Shaden Sharp is forward eligible. So let's just take him there. Flyer and forward eligible. And scores. I'm still a little concerned about Sharp's value, but I'm in round 11. Let's take a crack at somebody. Zubats goes at 127. Still need to make sure my bench has another forward on it somewhere. Josh Hart goes at 128. Josh Hart could have been an option for me. I just think that his lack of scoring probably hurts my team overall. Quickly, I'm a little... I do want Sexton, and I do want Keontae George to be at least in my queue. George Niang might be an interesting last round pick. He might start to begin the season because Allen could be out. So after Steve Adams went. After, I like that for you, Kobe. Not Kobe. Who took Steve Adams? CP3. So Josh Hart, Steve Adams, Kyle Anderson, Emmanuel Quickley. That's pretty good value for Quickley, even though I'm a little worried about his actual overall upside this season. That's a pretty good spot. I'm going to throw Clarkson into the mix. Obert Toppin goes at 132. Levert. I'm going to consider Levert. Bob Portis? Don't know. My team's not looking... This is probably one of the weaker mock drafts that I've done. I think most of my others I've been really happy with how they've turned out. This one, not so much. Well, we'll see. We've still got a little bit to go on it. Kispert's at 134. Joshy Richardson 135. I think I just should have gotten a forward early, and I was a little bit pissed that Miles Bridges one didn't come through. Gordon Hayward 136. Who is the forward eligible player? Well, I'm going to take Sexton if he's there. Pat Williams, always a guy usually getting a lot of mocks. I'm not 100% convinced. Torrey Craig looked pretty good today. Not necessarily that he's going to take it over from Williams, but he looked pretty good. Norman Powell goes, all right, let's... Oh, I thought I had Sexton in my queue. Did he go? Oh, he did. Oh, no. Didn't even notice that. Too busy talking. Who is a forward eligible player? I'm going to take... Oh, no. What am I going to do? I was going to take Boyan. I don't want to do that. This might... Maybe I just have a crack at... I don't love Jaden McDaniels, but at 139, I'm okay with it. And he just helps get me another forward. I don't love that, though. Breakout, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. Quentin Grimes, 140. Jordan Clarkson, 141. I'm shocked that Keontae George hasn't gone yet. Amen Thompson goes at 142. How do you think people will react if I do take George Niang in the last round? They won't buy it, but I just think that could he start opening night? And I believe... Don't quote me on this yet. Quote me on it later, but don't quote me on it yet. Let me have a look. The Cavs have 3 games opening week. And I think they might be quality games on opening week. Let's have a look. They play... Oh, no, they play Wednesday, Friday. So, no, they play 3 games, but at least there's something there. So that's, yeah, at least I got the 3 games opening week because I'm just the loser I'm at. So after Amen Thompson goes Avdia, goes Bogdanovic. So Boyan's still there. And it's getting to the spot there where if you take Boyan now, there is upside in it. Cole Anthony goes 145. Just, yeah, minutes is hard. I don't know how they come. I don't know how we get enough. I don't love Christian Wood anymore. I've a bit sour. I've never have. But I've soured on him a little bit in terms of how many minutes I think he's going to get. That's good for me to get Westbrook there, especially after, like, you've got a few poorer percentage players. Schroeder goes at 148. So who on earth am I doing? Do I just take Keontae George? Well, it is my pick. And Karis LeVert went, and I would have liked him. Let's just... No. Let's do this. I'll take Sohan. Let's take Sohan. And maybe we get George on the way back around. Just taking swings here with some guys. Gassar, Scoot, Sohan, McDaniels. Tari Eason goes at 151. Kennard 152. I'm very surprised that Ivy and George have not gone. Or Conley, actually. Now we're into that stage that I know Conley's old, but Kyle Lowry should not be going ahead of Mike Conley. Kevon Looney should not be going ahead of Mike Conley. John Kuminga, I don't think should be going ahead of Mike Conley. Kuminga was very good yesterday. I'm not sure we want to bank too much on that. But again, you're taking a flyer, so who cares? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I just don't see a path for him starting. And that's sort of what I want. Someone who's got a path for good minutes early on. And I'm not sure that Kuminga's got that. He was very good yesterday. So that is definitely an influenced... Oh, there goes Keontae George. That Kuminga pick and the Kobe White one early on is definitely an influenced by preseason pick. And that's okay. That is totally okay. What do I do? Look, me getting Boyan Bogdanovic at pick 163 turns into upside. Bob Portis goes at 157. Brandon Miller, I wonder if he goes. Is Al Horford going to get drafted? Isaiah Stewart, I think he's absolutely locked in to start. Well, there goes Mike Conley at 158. You have to do that. You have to. D-line right at 159. I don't understand that at all. Steals specialist. What is that? Davis Bertans. Bro. Is he even going to make the roster? Wow. Okay. I've never seen him go in one of these drafts. No upside and no floor. All right. So Alec Burks goes. I'm 100% taking Bojan Bogdanovic here. That is upside at 163 for Bojan. Strus at 164. I would have... Jaden Ivey's still there as well. Like, guys like, why is Christian Brown, Davis Bertans, Delon Wright, Kyle Lowry, why are they going ahead of Ivy? Or Thibault. I don't really understand that. My team has pretty bad free throws now, 76%. And look, it looks like I've got like horrendous turnovers. Terrence Mann, I don't know, maybe. Looks like my team's got horrendous turnovers. Like the Z score looks terrible. They're 2.1 per game. That's not like a big number. Just goes to show that you have to be really cautious about looking at some of these numbers and overvaluing what may be the Z score, which we know, or you should know if we've been watching this, have some significant flaws in how they are applied. Hachimura at 167. I don't even know that there's upside in him at that spot. I just think he's a really quite poor category league player and significantly overrated NBA player. And then Kelly Olynyk went with the final pick. Yeah, that is... Look, Ivy not drafted is crazy. That is actually crazy to me. And I don't understand it. Some of these names getting picked at the end, even me taking Bogdanovic, maybe I shouldn't have taken him over Ivy, but some of that stuff is pretty crazy. So these guys in the draft want me to tell them the standings. I'll get to that in 1 second. But let's just run through my team in a moment. I think the standings... No, it's the wrong screen. I'll go on to my analysis monster screen and have a look and see how that shows up and see who comes out on top of that. And then I'll go through my team just because these guys want to know and I can type it in. 8 Mura comes out on top. There you go. And then Drifter Spence. And I projected pretty poorly in this one, actually. Oh, well. You live, you learn. I'm like 9th. I would have projected to beat 3 or 4 teams ahead of me. Yeah, not great. Doncic at 1, Mitchell 2, Porzingis 3, DeJounte Murray 4 for me. Maxey at 5, Gobert 6, Marcus Smart 7, Scoot in around 8, Asar around 9, Mitchie Robinson around 10, Shaden Sharp 11, Jaden McDaniels 12, Sohan 13, and Bojan Bogdanovic in round 14. But overall, I think it's a very competitive draft, and the margins between teams are not big. So again, when you look at things there where my team's projected to average 6.6 rebounds, the best team is at 6.9, and I'm like mid-pack, and the worst team is 5.7. Like, these are such small differences. 0.8 rebounds per player difference. It's not that big, man. It doesn't, yeah. That's why head-to-head is such a weird game for fantasy. All right, there you go. There's my team. We'll come back out of that now. Appreciate you guys for being here again as a part of the show. Luka at pick 6. Tomorrow we'll do pick 7. And I think at pick 7, I'm going to take Steph, and we'll see how we build that squad out. Follow this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and on the Odyssey app and on YouTube. Thumb it up. Leave your comments. I'm sure there's going to be troll comments. You'd finished last in my league, bro. Absolute trash. You don't know what you're doing. Cool. Comment it down. We're done here. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. That's not what I say, is it? What do I say? I've lost my mind. Thank you, everybody. I'm done. Guys, bye.